There are forces at work inside us that we don't always like to admit. We like to believe we're rational creatures, that we make decisions based on logic, values, and free will. But if you really pay attention, really pay attention, you start to notice the same patterns playing out in different people, in different places, across time and culture. Human nature isn't just a vague concept. It's a set of rules. Not the kind written in ink, but the kind etched into bone. Whether you're rich or broke, introverted or outgoing, trying to climb the ladder or just stay afloat, these laws are already in play. So let's stop pretending we're above them. Let's name them. Let's look them in the eye. Because the minute you start seeing them clearly, you gain something rare, the ability to move through the world with your eyes open. Here are the 5 laws of human nature that are quietly, but powerfully, running your life. We love to romanticize sacrifice. We celebrate martyrs, praise altruism, and pretend that pure selflessness is the highest form of humanity. But if you strip away the language, if you ignore the justifications, what you'll almost always find is this: people act in ways that benefit them. Sometimes that benefit is obvious: money, power, pleasure. Other times it's more subtle: validation, a sense of importance, a story they get to tell themselves about who they are. Even the most selfless acts are often driven by something deeper: guilt, a desire to be loved, fear of being forgotten. That doesn't make people bad. It just makes them human. You do this, too. Maybe you stayed in a relationship not because it was good, but because the loneliness felt worse. Maybe you helped a friend not just out of kindness, but because you needed to feel needed. Maybe you said yes when you wanted to say no, just to protect the image someone had of you. The law of self-interest isn't about greed. It's about the emotional calculus we're all doing, all the time, whether we admit it or not. It's the survival instinct dressed up in all kinds of costumes. The trick isn't to suppress it, the trick is to know it's there. Because once you see that everyone is playing for their own survival, emotional, physical, spiritual, you stop taking things so personally. You stop expecting saints and start dealing with people as they really are. The most dangerous force in your life isn't fear. It's conformity. You think you have your own taste, your own opinions, your own dreams. But take a closer look. Why do you want the things you want? Why do you dress the way you do, talk the way you do, chase the career or lifestyle that you do? It's not just you. It's your tribe. Your social circle. The culture you breathe in without realizing it. We take cues from others constantly, especially when we're unsure. If enough people around you agree that something is normal, or worse, ideal, you'll start to believe it's true, even if it doesn't sit right in your gut. This law runs deep. It's evolutionary. In the wild, sticking with the group increased your odds of survival. So we're wired to follow the herd, even when the herd is running off a cliff. It's why people stay in toxic jobs. Why kids bully the outsider. Why grown adults will go along with lies they know are lies, just to avoid rocking the boat. You're not immune to this law. None of us are, but when you recognize it, when you feel that pull to fit in, you get to make a conscious choice: follow the crowd, or follow yourself. But at least now, you'll know which one you're doing. Walk into a room where someone is angry, even if they're not speaking, and tell me you don't feel it. Watch someone cry on a subway and tell me you don't swallow that lump in your throat. Emotions are contagious. Always have been. You pick up energy the way a sponge picks up water, without effort, often without awareness. This is why relationships affect your mental health so deeply. Why being around negative people starts to make you feel bitter or drained. Why one person's anxiety can infect a whole room. Humans are social creatures, and part of that means we're deeply, chemically affected by the emotions of those around us. It's why love lifts. Why rage spreads. Why even scrolling on social media can shift your mood based on what you see. If you ignore this law, you'll be ruled by the energy around you. You'll carry other people's pain like it's your own. You'll internalize moods that don't belong to you. But if you start to notice it, if you get curious about the energy you let into your space, you can protect your peace like your life depends on it. Because in a way, it does. The hardest thing for a human being to say is, "I was wrong." Not because the words are complicated, but because admitting we were wrong threatens something deeper, our sense of self. Once we've built an identity, I'm the smart one, I'm the good guy, I'm not like them, we'll go to war to protect it, even against facts, even against ourselves. This is why people double down on bad opinions. Why couples stay locked in patterns that hurt them. Why people can be shown undeniable proof and still say, "I don't believe it." The ego doesn't care about truth. It cares about survival. We've all done it. You cling to the story that makes you feel strong, even if it's hollow. You reject the feedback that would actually help you grow, because it hurts to hear. You sabotage relationships because admitting fault would mean confronting a version of yourself you don't want to see. The only way to escape the grip of this law is humility. And that's not weakness. That's strength. Because the moment you can say, "I was wrong, I didn't know," or "I'm still learning," is the moment you free yourself from needing to be perfect. And freedom, real freedom, starts where ego ends. This law is simple: people tend to give back what they're given. If you show love, people open up. If you come with coldness, people retreat. If you offer kindness, people often mirror that energy back. But it cuts both ways. If you bring sarcasm, suspicion, judgment, you'll usually get it right back at you. Humans are emotional mirrors. We reflect what we're shown. And this law works quietly, but constantly, shaping the tone of your relationships, your interactions, even your self-talk. Think about the last time someone greeted you with unexpected warmth. Didn't it change the way you behave? Or the last time someone treated you with indifference, didn't it make you pull back too? We live in a world of mirrors. And the energy you throw out is the energy you live in. Understanding this law means taking radical responsibility. If everyone in your life seems distant or hostile, maybe it's not just them. Maybe you're putting something out that you don't even see. But it also means you have power, real power. Because the way you show up, moment to moment, is contagious. And sometimes the best way to change what you're getting is to change what you're giving.